please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. There are seats up here. You can move closer.
Nice and cool. Can't get the camera.
All right. New business, Pat. This has got to do with the Townhouse Road culverts.
Yes, we talked about that culvert needing repair a couple of months ago.
Yep.
After consulting with the state, they recommended that we engineer it. I did talk to you, I believe, Tom, about the engineering part of it. I went out and got some companies to give us some numbers. In your packet, you'll see that there are two companies that gave us numbers, Norway Plains and Underwood Engineers.
Yep.
They are apples to apples.
Now, looking at the numbers, Underwood's about, what, 25?
Yeah, Norway Plains was 36,
Right.
and Underwood was 25.
Okay.
Do you have a recommendation,
I'm here to ask
Pat?
Excuse me?
Do you have a recommendation?
I'm here to ask you what your wishes are. I've worked with both companies.
Yep.
They're both good companies.
I guess it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, I agree with Pat. I know the work of both these people and have no complaints either way. So it's just a matter of dollar and cents right now. Now, once this engineering's done, you're going to get a cost on a culvert and install, right?
That should be,
That'll go through whoever.
because they're gonna put this out to bid.
Okay.
This is also to put it out to bid and to inspect. If you look at the scope of work.
Yep.
They take care of all that.
Motion?
What's the total on
On which one?
the,
Oh, you can add those up.
I
And
don't see a total. I
Right,
have to add it
right
up,
there.
that's fine.
Right there. I totaled it all, so it was
It says it
25K.
on the second page. what
Yep.
the total was.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, you need a motion, Tom?
I do.
Okay, I'll make a motion for Pat Smith to move ahead with the Underwood Engineers to get a scope of the work for the $25,000. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And if I may, I got one last thing.
Yep.
On the ball field committee that we've been working on the ball
Right.
field up there, and we have a thank you card and a donation form to fill out for tax purposes.
Yep.
Made up with just like your blessing on that, and if John has that, he can show you that. if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Yeah. That's for the ball field up by the school, correct?
At the school, yeah.
Yep.
I think you're all familiar with seeing this. This is what we're talking about for sending thank you cards too.
All right.
Plus, there's many more since that, so.
Yep. I've already bought one, so you're not getting another one.
No, well, this is kind of like if you all haven't seen it, an overview of what's going on up there, it's from 8 different pictures. One of these bad guys, if I could.
Sure.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Approval to use them tax write-off forms just with a card. What I did is I made up our own custom cards to send out, so I send them out, we're hoping tomorrow, with a tax write-off form.
the same thing as the
I
townhouse
was just gonna,
restoration.
I was just gonna say that.
Just change the
Yeah.
verbiage of
Yep.
townhouse to,
Yep.
softball renovation.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, you have my blessing, John.
Absolutely, I think it's a great idea.
You're gonna send these out through the town?
Yeah, I'm
Mass
gonna
mail
check
or
with the
something?
school system, see if they'll support paying postage and little things like that.
Right.
If not, I'll donate it and do it.
Oh, no, yeah, donate, bring it to, right through the town postage machine.
Oh, that's right, good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they,
Who do I see, Kathy, or
Yeah.
yeah,
what did you just run through the envelopes? Thanks.
you're asking a person who's never used it.
Okay. How long you been here, Tom?
Not long, I'll put postage through.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Don. Very good. Hey, you want this back, or want me to just fill it out and put my name on it?
No matter. There's plenty of them around.
Yeah, I know it. That's just a copy. Yes.
Can I just mention, there are those calendars for sale at the town hall and the recreation department at $10 a piece,
Yep.
just to let the
Those-
public know.
John, you want to bring that back up here? I'm gonna hold it up so the camera can see.
Sure. The pictures, or?
The calendar,
The calendar.
Okay, sure.
and we'll get on there anyways. So, like Pat was saying, these calendars are available at the town hall, recreation department, at $10 each. And basically what it is, if you pick the right date, you get whatever prize is shown there. So,
We're drawing every day of the month,
Yep.
September.
in September, every day of the month. So, show up, buy them all. Thanks.
You might wanna shed light on some of the new ones for the Irving move of the gas tanks and.
You wanna hear an update on the field? or-
Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, why not? Yeah.
All right, we, on the field, we've had the field excavated. It's all down, all the bank is gone, it's back for the distance that we need, and some ledge removed.
Mhm.
That was all donated time from
Right.
Hay Construction. Irving donated removal of the propane tanks.
Oh, nice. That-
And I just had to put in a pad,
Right.
gravel pad, which the gravel was donated from Pay Construction to put the pad in, and they spread it, and all I was ready to do is compact it. John Catwick has donated his machine in time to do stump removal, prior to Pay Construction coming in. Myself, I donated my equipment, my own personal equipment,
Right.
to dig the gas lines and the drainage ditches and stuff up around there and do some work on that. We have Fred Cameron that's donating all of his time and resources to continue the field. Eastern Materials has donated sand to level off the outfield.
Good.
I'm in the process with Pike Industries. They're interested in helping us with the field with the donation of stone dust. And the donations keep coming. The more we move along with it and show progress, the more people are stepping up and helping us out and volunteering.
Yeah.
So it's
I
coming
think-
along good.
I think that's awesome, the fact, this year especially, I've seen so much support and so many donations come in, starting from the playground to the ball fields, to, townhouse, you name it. It's
Fire
just
station,
the fire station. It's just, people are really showing the true spirit, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's
Ron
awesome.
Sebastian wrote a check to the Recreation Department for $250 to pay for whatever we need
Wow,
to pay
nice.
for, because we do have some bills that are gonna come in, but, so people, the businesses in town are starting to help out with us.
Could you do me a favor? For the next meeting, could you get a list, so I can read it on the camera, a list of who's donating what? So, it's recorded. I'd appreciate it.
The true community.
It actually, absolutely, really is coming together. That's
It
awesome.
matters.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. Nick?
If it's all right, can you do the fire station donations too, if I gave that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sequential.
Any John, townhouse too, anything. Any donations to the town. I just want those people to be notarized and, they should be known. So,
I'll say with services that we've received from all the businesses and people in town that help on that ball field up there. If you had to pay for the amount of work that's been done already, you'd be over $25,000.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
We should collect a list of all these people and their donation.
Thanks, guys. Means a lot.
Have here in
Yeah,
the town hall.
yeah, I agree. It's a good idea. A plaque of some sort they can put
Yeah.
on the wall. Yeah. All right, awesome. Michelle, you can speak.
No, thank you.
You can speak.
I'm all set, thank you.
Hey, Bob, turn that mic up down there.
Yeah.
The department heads were already talking about doing a sponsor work.
Oh,
They'd like
nice.
to put sponsor boards at the locations that we've had volunteers work.
Yep.
Show who donated what and what the equivalent was. Ball field, fire station, playground.
Excellent.
That's a great idea. I'd like to have a total collaborative sponsor board for this office that shows the whole town wide. So,
I'm doing that right now. I'm gonna set a big board out here probably in the next couple of weeks.
nice,
All good things the last 2 years,
nice.
including everything.
Thank you, John. Thank you. So- Okay. Now, up next, you all set, Pat, by the way? Before we
Yep, I'm
move on?
done, thank you.
Yep. Update on the bond at 565 White Mountain Highway. This is the one that's fallen down next to Cumberland Farms. We have a letter of intent from the owners, and I'm gonna read the letter of intent for the record. And the following is restoration and repair plan for the bond located at 565 White Mountain Highway, Milton, New Hampshire. Remove existing roof and second floor. Reinforce floors and wall to prevent collapse. Repair or replace sill plates and supports as needed. Replace as necessary wall studding and underlayment. Install new roof rafters and roofing materials as specified by code requirement. New siding will be installed. So demolition will begin during the week of July 11, 2016. We will secure finances within 30 days for repairs. We will also secure necessary building permits and submit plans to the new roofing system and any other plans you may need. Okay, today is the 25th.
Yep.
Have anybody noticed any progress on that building?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
Just seen it this morning.
Yeah, I haven't seen any progress on it since I've been in town. So, what do you guys want to do? I mean, I don't even, to my knowledge, they have not applied for permit.
Let me check with Brian,
All right,
see where he's at on it.
check with Brian tomorrow, but I mean, the clock is, in my mind, the clock is still running on the tear down.
Yeah.
Until we see something in place.
Okay. Well,
You agree, Andy?
Definitely.
Okay. You can check Brian and report back to us next meeting?
yes.
All right. What's the smirk for? What?
No.
We're gonna put microphones back there.
We'll sit up there then.
Got them hanging right there. All right, up next, approval of minutes.
Okay, I'm assuming that both of you read them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, the June 20th, 2016, non-public meeting minutes, second session. Read them. You still want to seal them?
There's no need to.
There's no need to. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to abstain,
Right. So I would make a motion to release the non-public minutes for the second session on June 20th, 2016.
Have these been approved already?
You're gonna wait. You're doing this in that folder.
Oh, you're gonna make a motion to approve and
I'll make
release.
a motion to approve. Yeah, I'll make that motion to approve and release.
I'll second it.
Do you want to sign them now as we go?
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to abstain.
right there.
Yep, okay.
You wanna write abstained in there, the name, write abstained on your spot, because his name is on there.
Okay. Next one.
Is July 11th, non-public minutes, meeting minutes for the first session. This is an ongoing,
Mhm.
there's been a date to continue this one. So until we continue it and come to a conclusion, to an end to it, I feel that we should, our decision is to seal until that next
Okay. Yep.
next meeting.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Fine.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we don't need to sign them yet either.
Okay.
Okay, so the,
Is there a snake back there? I hear psst back there. Alright,
all right, so these minutes are for July 11, 2016, non-public minutes, second session. I make a motion to approve these, and I want to ask the two selectmen, do you feel that we need to seal these?
no.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to release these as well as written, and have the chair sign off on it.
Second
Well, we
it.
all got to sign.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. July 11th, regular
Yep,
session?
yep, that's what we're going to, so just, obviously you guys have read them.
Yes, sir.
So while we're looking at them on page 2, I wanted to let you fellows know that I did indeed talk to the finance director about the changes on the buyback program,
Okay,
and that's the payout.
Yep.
And the frequency in which they get paid out.
mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay, so the July 11, 2016 regular meeting minutes, I'll make a motion to approve them as written.
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The July 13th, non-public special meeting minutes.
Okay.
I wrote release on there, so what do you guys think? This is for, yeah, just the special. I didn't see anything, unless you're at the second sentence down, at the second paragraph down. Mr. Zola?
Yeah, I'm just reading it. So I didn't see anything that
Yeah, I'd say release it.
Yeah, I agree, release the whole thing.
Okay, I'll make a motion to release these minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we got,
I'm gonna date that, Tom. This one has a date on it.
okay.
Okay, in the last July 13, 2016, special meeting minutes.
No, this should be a non-public though, was it?
No, it just says public special meeting.
Nope, you're right, you're right.
But it did say,
They're right down here, yeah.
to
But
go-
it just says what we discussed, doesn't go into detail.
Right, I'm good with that.
And there was motions already made, as stated in here. So all we're
Yep.
doing is approving these minutes here.
Yep, yep, yep,
So I
yep.
make a motion to approve these minutes as written.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, gentlemen. See that, I'll make sure he gets back to, oh, he just did that.
Yeah.
Did you sign all those in there, Tom?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, up next, we have, something on my agenda, which I buried probably, is expenditure report. We don't have one in front of us.
I didn't get it,
It's fine. No problem. Selectmen comments, Andy?
Are you gonna read this thank you note?
No, you can if you want. This is recreation.
No, go ahead. If you don't mind. It's fine.
Well, I'll just wait till it gets my turn, then I'll do it
Alright.
then.
No, the only thing I have is, just to let the town know that we all got an email from Bill Driscoll on the geese down at the pond. He's concerned, and so our next recreation meeting, we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the geese. Unfortunately, the geese on the pond.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
have a concerned resident. So we moved geese before. It just cost a boatload of money, but if we have to do it again, we will. I just want to let them know that we are working on it. Other than that, that's all I really have.
Mike?
okay, I'll start with the fire department. Here I've taken some pictures as of this morning. I'll hand out some to you, Andy,
Thank you.
Tom.
Did not in color?
No. Expecting more people, so. The first page, you'll see it's actually, I think it's gonna be the last thing going on there, which
That's
is
a cupola.
the cupola.
Yep.
It's huge.
Yep.
So in the second page, it's the leach field, the new leach field in front of the fire station.
Mhm.
So, there we go. Now we start to see some of the building that's been erected there so far.
Right.
It's almost like it just happened overnight. All of a sudden we have, it's looking more and more like a building.
Well, I mean, I went to the post office on my way home today and saw actual walls on it.
That's what this is right here.
Amazing.
Stand back. It's even got some of the zip system on there. That's the
Yep.
covering right there.
Yep.
You see all the front of it. Looks nice and neat. It's all paved.
Yep.
With the first,
Of course.
yes. That's a look from the inside. Some of the interior walls that are being built. Again, the zip system.
Very nice.
It's coming along very nicely. It really is.
To
Ooh,
to
look at all
date.
these trusses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, they
roof
see all
rafter.
the last page, all
Yeah.
those trusses?
Oh, yeah.
They came a little early, but you know what? They get it done a little bit early, they're
That's
there.
right.
So they're still on schedule. Okay, I also want to mention, speaking of vitamins, I want to put a congratulations out to Nick being promoted to lieutenant in Rochester.
Congratulations.
Also, to Jason Behern,
Barons.
Behrens, no word about that, is finished his advanced EMT for Milton.
Congratulations, Jason.
Okay, so this one is also going to involve a motion, Tom. We had talked
Okay.
about this before. I had talked with the treasurer to confirm that we could take the $25,000 agreement to the ambulance fund from the general fund and put it into the ambulance fund.
Okay.
So I would like to make that motion now to take out $25,000 from the general fund. Do I make two motions on that, and then make another motion and put it into?
Yes.
Okay, so I make a motion to take $25,000 out of the general fund.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Continue, I'll make an additional motion to take that $25,000 and add it to the agreement to the ambulance fund to the fire department.
To the capital reserve, I mean, not capital reserve, to the revolving.
Yes, I'm sorry, revolving fund, yep.
I'll second it. Do you want to explain why we're doing this to the public?
Oh,
And I'll second
Let's
it.
just finish the
Okay.
motion. All in favor?
aye.
Okay.
One of the reasons, the reason we have to do this, the revenue that comes in for the ambulance is supposed to go into the revolving account, and there was a period of time there where that money was put into the general fund, as majority of revenue does that comes into the town. Unfortunately, now we're looking at, we had to pay back, and I think it was $102,000, something like that.
Something like that.
So this is the beginning of us trying to pay that back and clear that up. It's the same thing we had to do with the Conservation Commission for the same reasons on the penalties. So we'll get it caught up, get it cleared up, and then we can move forward. Current use penalties. I know Larry was sitting there with an inquisitive look on his face. Current use penalties.
Nothing that the town did wrong.
No, it's just,
So, in continuing, I was talking with Chief Marie today, and to date, the ambulance had 507 calls this year already.
wow,
That's a lot of calls.
that's a lot of calls.
It's a very busy fire department.
Yep.
It's about
We're lucky to have
a month ahead of last year. So last year, that call number was the end of August. This year, it's the end of July.
Right.
Wow.
We've been pretty busy this year. Okay, and just for a second, guys, I want to talk about the next couple of VOS meetings. You know, we got one, really, it's supposed to be next week. I wanted your opinion on, as we go into August, instead of it being on the first, we'll just let this next week. We can start spreading this out and catch up, because it'll
Okay,
be 2 weeks out.
I won't be able to do that. I'm gonna be out.
On the 8th? You're going on the 11th, right?
I'm going on the 11th.
So
let me
I'm
get to the
talking about the
calendar.
8th.
That's what happens when you have,
Right.
5 month, yeah.
we've
Yeah.
talked about it before, but, I mean,
What do you want to do? You just want to keep it the 1st and the 15th? We'll still have that,
I mean, we
But
need.
that'll catch up.
We need at some point to get back on schedule.
yeah, but
So-
it will right after this month. Just a thought. We have one right after another. We'll go right into the 5th, which is 2 weeks away.
So, this 25th, yeah, it'd be next week would be the 1st. Yeah, okay, let's push it to the 8th then.
8th,
Yeah,
22nd.
'cause I mean, it'd be a week.
And then we'll be right up on schedule, because then we'll be right into the 5th, which will be 2 weeks after the
Right, right.
22nd.
All right, I'm good with that.
Can you repeat again, what is it that you've scheduled now?
The BOS
BOS
meeting.
meetings.
What are your dates?
Well, they're the 1st and 3rd, as you know, but because we had the 4th of July, that kind of threw us back a week. And if we went back to regular schedule, we'd have another BOS meeting next week, being the 1st of August. So we're just gonna push it to the 8th, and then we'll have the 8th and the
22nd.
22nd, and
The-
then
and
2 weeks after that would be the first Monday of September.
So we'll be back into a 2-week schedule, and then we'll be back on the
Yeah.
1st and 3rd Monday next month.
So you're not moving any
I mean-
non-publics that are scheduled for August right now?
mm-mm.
No, we're not moving any of that.
Okay.
Okay,
Alrighty.
next BOS 8th, yep, I'm good with that.
So I met with the new owners to Three Ponds Automotive.
Yep,
I wanted to do this tonight on camera, with Chris, Eric, Jessica, and Doug. The
Okay.
history is all came from the same place, which is the Honda dealership down in Dover.
Oh,
Yeah, when I must have spent like a half hour with them while they were changing my tires. So they were excited to become part of the community, and we're looking forward to many years in Milton. So I wanted to give a big shout out, welcome to Three Ponds Automotive.
Yep.
Let's see, incentive plans. I know we've talked about this before, way before, incentive plans for business coming into town. And I'm gonna throw this out there, Max, for a decision, but what do you guys, take this home and hash it out, okay? Incentive programs, let's say for like a 30% assessing the first year, 60% assessing the second year, and 100% assessing the third year. Just, I don't even want an answer to it.
yeah. Okay.
Something to think about and get back to me on it. I think,
Something to think about.
yeah, something to think about. All right, so anyway, I think that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, well, I've just got a couple, and actually just got a couple more from give me today. The first one's got to do with Lockhart Field, and this has become a hot topic. As I stated at the last meeting, Lockhart Field does not qualify for the Brownfield Grant Program, and it's become such a hot topic with innuendos and suggestions and all this type of stuff, and people not knowing exactly what's going on there. So I'm going to make the suggestion that all the sprinklers have been pulled out of the fields, so the field's not to be used for baseball. Correct, Pat? All the sprinklers are gone, so there's no reason to be used for softball or anything like that. I'm going to make the suggestion that we lock the field and post it no trespassing until we can get a handle on it.
You need a motion for that?
I do.
I'll make that motion as said.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So, Pat, if you can see about getting the signs up and getting the lock on the gate changed, the only people I want to have keys to that, police, fire, your grounds people, and there'll be one here in the office. Okay?
Already got a universal key up there.
Yeah, I know, it's got handles about that long. So, all right, and couple things. We have a letter of resignation. This is from Karen Golab. And dear Selectmen, it is with deep regret that I hereby tender my resignation from the Milton Town Forest Committee, effective immediately. This decision is based purely on personal reasons and by no means is a reflection of the valuable work the committee has done and will need to do in the future. Further, my intention is to remain on the Milton Conservation Commission. So,
I'll make a motion regrettably to accept her.
And she's been a huge asset to
yes, she has.
the Town Forest Committee. That saddens me, unfortunately.
So, you want to second the motion to accept it?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we accept it with regret. The next one is a letter from Steve Nowry, race director of the South Shore Outboard Association, and I'm just going to read this letter for the minutes as well. On behalf of South Shore Outboard Association, I would like to personally thank the Town of Milton Board of Selectmen, Police Department, and Fire Department for their continued support in providing us the opportunity to bring hydroplane racing to the town of Milton. It was a pleasure to be part of summer kickoff celebration for the 5th consecutive year, and we trust that the community enjoyed the entertainment that we provided. There were 76 participants for the event, with drivers and families traveling from all the New England states, New York, New Jersey, Florida, and the Canadian provinces of Quebec and Ontario. The drivers and families truly enjoyed visiting the community and welcomed the warm reception they received on the spectators and local businesses. The interaction with the spectators throughout the weekend was particularly pleasing to the teams. Special thanks and recognition should also go out to the team of Milton Recreation Department. Karen Brown did a fantastic job in coordinating our activities and other groups involved in the kickoff event. And through the efforts of the Recreation Department, our portion of the program was a resounding success. Once again, thank you for being supportive of this event, and I think that I can speak on behalf of the entire membership We would welcome the opportunity to bring our show back again next year. Sincerely, Steve Nowry. So,
Very nice.
very nice, and I think we were glad to have him. I mean, he provides a good entertainment. The other,
Tom, will copy that letter go into the appropriate folder for the employee?
yes,
Thank you.
we'll make sure it does. In fact, if you got a copy of that, you want to, here, take that one, just make sure it get in the Karen's folder. Did you want to talk about this now, or? I mean, this is something you submitted for, and, no? Okay. All right then, and the other thing was, Andy already took it, and that was the geese.
Any updates, Tom, on the European Naiad? Have you heard anything?
I haven't heard much other than what I've seen on Facebook.
I haven't heard anything on the Lebanon side either.
Yeah, it's, and what I've read on Facebook about it is it may be spreading more than they thought. So, okay, public comments. John.
First of all, I'd like to thank you gentlemen for making that decision on Lockhart Field. It's well needed. I got a couple of things I'd like to mention. I got 100 because I'm so far behind, but there are some things I got to address, and I'm going to ask the Board of Selectmen to help me.
Okay.
And what I'm looking for to start off with, cemetery business. We're flooded with all kinds of transactions going on, and I'm sure some of you Board of Selectmen know about the one with Milton, that they want to join in with us on the Milton Mill Cemetery for a cover the RSA 289 law. Somebody dumped it in my mailbox, and I just happened to run across it, and I went over and read it, and I called the Board of Selectmen of Middleton and got to the bottom of what their wishes are, what they'd like to do. And we're going to be working that out, but it goes into so many different avenues right now that's going on with the business, that I think the transaction of the Milton Mill Cemetery, it just goes on. I could say for 20 minutes and name them to you, but I'm not going to embore you. But what I'm going to request is for you gentlemen to make a motion to make Andy, the Board of Selectmen, Rawson, the liaison for cemetery business for the town of Milton.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we'll be having a lot of follow-up stuff, but we're going to need your help to get through this.
All in favor?
Aye. Yeah, good point. I did kind of forget that part, didn't I?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, John. That was slipped by. So, what else? You said you had 100 of them.
Yeah, I don't want to go any deeper. That's a big thing right there to get off my shoulder.
Okay.
And you know, some of the cemetery trustees, and if you haven't noticed, the cemetery trustees, volunteers are just coming out of the woodwork tremendously. I've got Bob Henry, we have 11, 12 attendees last meeting, and it's just, we have so much interest going on in this business that
Right.
it's a tremendous thing for the town of Milton. And it's going to be, you know, like I say, just to touch on quickly on the Middleton thing, it's like, here they are, they want to come in, they want to do similar like I did with the town of Milton for the Milton Mill Cemetery Association, a lease for $1 a year. But you know, it could turn into a situation where maybe they might consider, and I would be going on this direction, they might want to consider helping out on the maintenance of that cemetery for maybe half, a quarter, whatever. And that's a big tax break for the town of Milton.
Right.
Those type of things I'd like to have, like I say, one of you guys working with me to
Yep.
carry a lot of it through that I won't have time to do.
Sure. Well, you got a good man there, so.
No, I know that.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Public comments? Ryan?
A couple things, just want to thank the town for getting back to me with that 91A form I submitted last week, the quick response. And then I was just wondering when I could expect a response on the wall behind Three Pond Auto. I know at the last meeting, I was under the impression that Brian was supposed to get back to me in a couple of days. I still have not received an answer. And when I asked him, I pretty much got, well, I'm working on it, I'll get to it when I feel like it.
Okay.
So if I'm standing in front of the wall and I'm looking up, is that your pin up top there, the right-hand side?
Yes. So that pin, if you're standing behind the garage looking up at the wall, that pin to the left-hand side is my land, to the right-hand side is the guy on the corner there.
Okay.
No,
Go I'll
ahead.
look into that.
Huh?
I'll look into that.
You gonna look into it?
Yeah,
All right.
I don't have an answer for it right now. The person who can answer that is not here, so. I'll look at that for you. If you could leave your information for me before you leave.
Yep. Brian said he had a meeting with you guys about it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he told me.
What would you, he did when he was here, when you were here the last meeting we had, that was the last time we talked
Okay,
about.
he said when after that meeting I came in, he told me he had a meeting with you guys about it after that. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
just
Maybe-
go by
maybe
what
he's got-
he said
yeah.
to me. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
I
he said he
don't
was
know.
gonna have a meeting. Well, no, let me talk to Brian. Leave your information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Anyone else? Mr. Brown?
Yeah, Larry Brown, had a couple. For the question for the new fire station, who carries fire insurance and common peril on that while it's constructed? The construction company?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the,
Until it's locked over, keyed over to you. Thank you. Second question. Do the selectmen have an idea of the number of properties that are presently receiving an abatement and what that total dollar amount would be for this calendar year? That's not an immediate request because you are, shall we say, under the weather for staff.
Mm.
I could probably generate a report easily this week. I think I could.
Yeah, as long as it's out there. I was thinking that the two others. Do you have any list or idea of the number of local groups who were at the a kickoff and the attendance of local people?
Karen would have.
Karen would have that.
Yes.
Yeah, so we get that.
Because it seemed to me, being there, that it was slight except for the voters.
Yep, vote for him, Karen.
Well, I know Sunday was because it was bad weather.
No. The last question. The school board had a spirited discussion over I think it was a $20 per hour stipend that worked out to be $400, and there was great commotion at the cost of that. There's undetailed for where what the $25,000 buys, where the culvert goes, what the cost of the culvert might be projected from that $25,000 engineering cost, whether the $25,000 includes the construction of the culvert, and whether the culvert takes into consideration any future possible redistribution of traffic on the fork of Townhouse.
The culvert is going down by the beach, right? Yeah, it's down by the beach.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the beach on Townhouse Road. The beach on Townhouse, the culvert that crosses the road on Townhouse Road down by the Trailer Park Beach is collapsing. That's the one that we're talking about.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As opposed to the Townhouse culvert,
Correct.
which there is one that is clogged right
Yeah.
on 125.
Yeah, no,
And thank you.
yeah, because that's in pretty bad shape and needs to be fixed. So, okay. Anything else?
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Public comments? Not hearing any. I'm going to close public comments.
You go back in the non-public for a moment, Tom?
Yeah, we can. So we are going to go back into non-public under what?
We're gonna discuss some with the town administrator.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Have a good
A&E,
night.
right?